Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Before I Go podcast. I believe I have always had a complicated relationship with social media. Of course, I grew up in the time where the motto was what happens in your house stays in your house, and don't air your dirty laundry and all that type of stuff. In other words, I'm old. For me, social media started with blogging. I look back and read my old blogs and the blogs of my friends, and we shared things, but it was still relatively anonymous. We always came up with clever screen names, and I don't think we really overshared. I mean, I always referred to my kids as the prince and the princess, and I never gave my real name or the names of anyone significant. Then we all moved to Facebook, and in the early days, that was a place where we went to connect with people from our past, getting caught up with high school friends and communicating with long-lost family members. Now the internet is filled with countless numbers of sites and apps that have gone far beyond getting in touch and simply communicating with friends. When I started my personal training business, I felt that social media was the perfect place to market my business by sharing recipes and workouts and anything fitness related. You have the ability to sell anything or buy anything from anyone online. Social media is a very effective tool for that purpose. For example, I purchased my sobriety bracelet from someone in the Ukraine. I bought a Nefertiti necklace from a small woman-owned, black-owned business in Toronto that I heard about through social media. In fact, I have several pieces of jewelry from black-owned businesses that I would have never known about if it weren't for social media. I learned how to do protective styles on my hair because of social media. I can connect with other sober black women because of social media. In fact, I finally made the decision to stop drinking altogether because of Red Table Talk, which is on Facebook Watch. So as you can see, there are a lot of reasons why I am grateful for social media. However, there is also a side that I cannot stand, and that is the aspect of people having to share every detail of their lives on the internet. Obviously, I can control who I follow, so I don't have to see a lot of things. But it's gotten to the point that each time I open an app, someone that I'm following is talking about something or someone that just makes me roll my eyes. So do I stop following my friend, or do I just delete the app? And it's not only the apps. I can open Internet Explorer, and the so-called news page is 95% celebrity gossip. Why do I know the details of Kanye and Kim's separation? Why do I know that Ben and Jen are back together? Why do I know that Kiki Wyatt is pregnant with her 11th child? Why do I know that Wendy Williams' show is finally coming to an end? And it's not just famous people. I mean, I've done a pretty good job of unfollowing a lot of accounts on Instagram, but every once in a while I'll see something that can be classified as absolutely none of my business. I was listening to a podcast recently where one of the hosts said something that truly resonated with me. What he said was, "We were never meant to know this much about each other." Think about it. Kanye and Kim, Ben and Jen, Kiki Wyatt, and Wendy Williams are all real people going through real situations. I've gone through a divorce and it was horrible, and I cannot imagine going through it in the public eye with everyone and their mother weighing in and giving their opinion on a situation that they truly know nothing about. When someone's life is literally falling apart, it should not be for the public's entertainment. Why are we like this? I mean, I suppose this stuff is reported because people want to see it, but why? Is it because our own lives are so dull that we gravitate toward the sensational? Or does it somehow make us feel better to know that the beautiful people are going through trials just like us? Do we have to just accept the fact that in order to get to the useful, helpful content on the internet, we have to put on our hip boots and wade through the other stuff? Now, I don't have any statistics, but I'm willing to bet there was a huge uptick in social media usage at the start of the pandemic. We were all in lockdown and had nothing else to do but watch television and scroll social media. And it wasn't always a bad thing. Remember Club Quarantine with D Nice? It was comforting to be connected with so many people just to enjoy good music. But once the restrictions were lifted and we were able to leave the house, we still stayed overly connected to our phones. I found that whenever I was bored, I would grab my phone and just scroll, not looking at anything in particular, just wasting time. Now, when I'm at home, I keep my phone in my bedroom or a separate part of the house with the ringer on while I'm downstairs cooking, reading, or watching a movie, so I'm not prone to pick it up just to waste time. The last time I posted on my Instagram timeline was when I was 200 days sober, so January 26th. I will occasionally post in IG stories when a new episode of this podcast is up. The last time I posted on Facebook was almost a year ago. And even though I rarely post anything, I am hesitant to delete the apps, mainly because some groups that I belong to only communicate through the apps, and for those reasons, it is useful. But I no longer see the purpose in me posting pictures or status updates. Trust me, there are enough pictures of me on the internet. There is no need to add any more. Anyone that knows me, and doesn't need to find out how I'm doing through social media. I remember once someone asked me if I was still running because they hadn't seen me posting about it. And I had to gently remind them that the run still counts, even if I don't share it. Parade Magazine posted an article in July 2021 titled 10 Things Happen When You Quit Social Media, and I thought I'd share a few of those quickly. When you quit social media, you have improved mental health because you aren't exposed to so much negativity. You have better sleep because scrolling right before bed does make getting to sleep more difficult. You're more productive for obvious reasons. You have less stress because of your improved mental health, and you have increased confidence because you're not comparing yourself to the filtered pictures that other people post. I know it can be difficult to leave social media entirely, especially when the entire world is on it. I get it, but it has been helpful for me to closely monitor what information I take in and make sound decisions about what I choose to ignore. Remember, it's okay to unfollow, unfriend, delete, and or block. I do it often. Well, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for listening. But before I go, let me share this with you from Eleanor Roosevelt. Great minds talk about ideas. Average minds talk about events. And small minds talk about people. I'll see you next time.